Hi, hopefully all of you are doing good. Now this particular video will be a very interesting one. So let me give you a background. So if you are on Splunk 8.1 and above, so if you see, like currently I am on Splunk 8.2.5. so there is a app called Splunk Secure Gateway. If you see it here, right, it will be automatically installed when you will be installing Splunk 8.1 onwards. So this particular app we will be discussing today. Now what this particular app is used for, so this is basically used for connecting your mobile devices or TV to your Splunk environment. That means, let's say I have this single instance environment here, right? So whatever dashboards, let's say if I go to my TMDB dashboard here, and if I just go to this dashboard, so we have a simple dashboard sitting there, right? And probably I think in one of my videos I have created this dashboard as well. Now if you want to see this dashboard in your mobile devices, so you need to connect your mobile devices to this Splunk instance over here, right? So that configuration is done through this Secure Gateway app. Okay, so this Secure Gateway app basically have all the necessary background logics to connect your mobile devices to the Splunk environment. Now previously, if you are before 8.1, so there is a app called Splunk Cloud Gateway, right? So this app has its end of life and this is replaced by this Secure Gateway app. So probably you should be using this app only for now to connect your mobile devices. Now to start with, so what I'll do is, so we need to understand two things over here. So we have a Splunk environment, just like our single instance environment here, right? Now there is another terminology called Splunk Connected Experience Apps. Now what does that mean? So it means like a list of apps. So if I just open it over here, a list of apps are called Connected Experience App. Now these are like the Secure Gateway as we have seen it here. Apart from that, the client device apps like the Splunk app for iOS and Android. So there is a Splunk TV app for tvOS and Android TV as well. Similar stuff for Splunk Air, Splunk VR, Splunk for iPad. These are called the Connected Experiences app over here. Okay, so probably today we will see a demo of Splunk Mobile for Android. Okay, I'll try to give a demo from my mobile. Now before we do that one, so let's try to understand. So as we have seen, as we have said, like the Secure Gateway is, if you are on Splunk 8.1.0 and higher, so you should be using this app to connect your mobile devices to experience that Connected Experience apps over here, right? And as I said, like the Secure Gateway is basically having all the backend infrastructure for connecting this one. Now how to connect? So there are a lot of ways you can connect, but before that, if you think about this one, so before that, probably like what I will do is I will go over here, getting started. So we will just try to follow the Splunk documentation here. Okay, so the main requirement you should be fulfilling before you want to use this one is you need to be in the Python 3, right? So if you are not sure, like Splunk already moved from Python 2 to Python 3 over here, and in your server.conf you can basically forcefully use that Python 3 using that Python version. So I'll just give this link over here. So if you are not on Python 3, I think you should be, I think if you are on Splunk 8 and above, so you can do this one from here. You can follow that settings to enable Python 3 for your environment. You need to have admin role, and there is an opt-in notice for the Secure Gateway app. I don't know whether it will appear or not for now, because I think I already accepted that, but if it is not, there should be an opt-in notice over here. So only the admin user can accept that. Okay, so once you accept that only, then only these things will be opening up over here. Okay, so that thing you need to do it, and then the most important thing is you need to make sure your KV store is up and running. Okay, so that's the thing, and it supports both Windows and Linux. So currently I am in Windows 11, as you can see it here. So similarly for Linux environment also it is supported here. Now there is a migration guide from this Splunk Cloud Gateway to Secure Gateway. Probably if you are in this link, so you can follow this one here. Okay, so I will not discuss that one in this video because I just want to make this video very simplistic so that we can understand the concept here. The main thing about this Splunk Secure Gateway is we need to understand its architecture first, right? So first of all, if I just go over here, so this is how a communication work between a client device and a Splunk instance where we have this Splunk Secure Gateway app, correct? So first thing is, if you see, there is an intermediate server over here which is called a Spacebridge. Now this server, the details of this server is present in the securegateway.conf file. So let me open that. So if you go to etc apps Splunk Secure Gateway app and the default folder, now there is a securegateway.conf file. Okay, so if you open that, so there is under the setup stanza there is a settings called Spacebridge server. Okay, now currently it is pointing to this one over here. If I just go back to the documentation, so there is a default server over here which basically acts as a Spacebridge, but anyway you can use your own, you can basically set up your own Spacebridge server as well. Okay, so if you see like how to host your own Spacebridge, in this documentation it is clearly mentioned like how you can set up your own Spacebridge server over there. Okay, so you need to basically have a Kubernetes environment over here and all these details over here. Probably if time permits, in next video or in future videos I'll try to achieve this one over here as well. Okay, but not in this video, but at least this is possible to set up your own Spacebridge environment here. And let me go back. Okay, so this is important. Now the communication between these things like the client device, Spacebridge and the Splunk instance, if you see like Spacebridge is actually working as an intermediate system over here, right? Now this is encrypted over here. Okay, and the encryption you can find it over here, this like Lipsodium plus TLS1 over here. Okay, and for this to work you need to open this port 443 as well. Okay, for this Spacebridge server over here. So this is the overall communication channels if you see it here. Okay, now whenever you will be having a new devices, let's say today we will be having a device call, let's say I'll do it from my mobile itself. So I need to first register my device, right? So if I just go to Splunk Secure Gateway app, if you see there are a couple of tabs over here, right? Like register, devices, configure, app selection, and then a couple of dashboards. So first step is you need to register your devices over here. Okay, so for the register your devices, so this is the communication channel. It will basically communication protocols it will be following. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let us go to our mobile. Probably you will be able to see this mobile image over here somewhere. Okay, so what I'll do is I will go to Play Store. I'll search for Splunk Mobile App over here. Okay, now if you see it, this is the Splunk Mobile App. I'll first install it. So we'll come back up once the installation is completed. So after installation is completed, I will just open the app. Okay, now if you see it, like there are a couple of screens over here which you can read it. Now there is an option called sign in over here. Okay, now if you see it over here, like either you can connect to private instances here, or you can connect to public instances, or you can see some demos over here like the demo instances. Now as I will be adding my own Splunk instances over here, so I'll be clicking on private instances over here. Now there are lot of ways you can register your app. Okay, so now if I just go to this Secure Gateway app and go down over here, so there are a lot of ways of registering your mobile devices with Splunk Secure Gateway. First thing is the authentication method, which we will see today. Now if your mobile is having this MDM, like mobile device management softwares, so that there are certain instructions over there to follow that one as well. So you can do that one as well. Even you can connect with this SAML authentication as well, and MDM plus SAML authentication both as well over here. So all these different ways you can register your device with the Splunk environment you are having it over here. So today we'll see the most basic one is the authentication code way. Okay, so let me go back over here. So if I just click on this code over here, okay, if you see, like there are two options, either you can scan QR code or there is a code manually over here, right? So once this code is generated in your mobile, right, so basically what happens is, like if you just follow this communication stuff over here, so when user registered their device, the connected experience app provides an authentication code, which we just now we see, right? Now the user enters this authentication code into a Splunk Secure Gateway app. At this time, the client device basically sends its public key and the client metadata to the Spacebridge, right? So that means once if I just go to the Splunk Secure Gateway app and give this activation code, whatever I am seeing in my mobile, okay, what will happen? This client will send this public key and this client metadata to this Spacebridge server. We have seen it before there, right? So let me give that one. I'll just do a caps lock. Okay, now you can give device name over here. I'll just give my name. Okay, and then I will click on register over here. Now if you see it, the following code should match the confirmation code on the device you want to register. And if you see the just below the code, so there is a code over there, right? It is exactly matching whatever it is showing up over here, right? So once you confirm this one, you need to give your Splunk Enterprise ID and password over here. Okay, so I'll just give my admin credentials over here. Okay, then I will click on continue here. So once it is there, if you see it, it's basically asking you for your biometric authentication over here in your mobile device, right? So I'll just tap on allow over here. Then you need to give your biometric one over here. So then if you see, actually you are ready over here. So you can click on over here, and then like it is showing up some dashboards over here. We will see that eventually. Okay, but at least we are able to register our mobile devices over here, right? Now if I just go over here again, so in terms of communication stuff, so this authentication code, whatever we registered with, it basically refreshes every 15 minutes, and basically the client polls this registration with the authentication code and the client ID over here. Like this is how it's a very simple communication protocol over here, right? And then once the Splunk instance sends this authentication code over here, this Spacebridge server, then whatever it got this client key and metadata, it sends to this Splunk Secure Gateway, right? And the Secure Gateway basically sends the auth code, the client ID, this public key, and the encrypted credentials to this Spacebridge. Then it is basically sending back to this client over here. Okay, so this is how this whole communication work when you are registering your device over here. Okay, and similar way, like whenever your mobile device is basically communicating with the Splunk Secure Gateway. It's a very simple communication as well, right? But it is end-to-end communicated. Basically, it is end-to-end encrypted over here as well, and the encryption is over here is this one, elliptic curve encryption scheme. Okay, so you can read through this one, and if you see it, like when client device try to communicate with this one, so it basically encrypt and signs a message, then route this one through Spacebridge, it validates the message, then route it to the secure gateway, then Splunk Secure Gateway again validate it, decrypt it, process the message, they again create the response, sign the response, then route it back to this Spacebridge, then it again validates, route it back to this client devices over here. Okay, this is how the overall communication work when these two devices are communicating over here. Okay, now in terms of security features, so you can see it here, like it's basically HIPAA PCI DSS compliant over here. To know the full compliance, probably you should be going over here as well. Okay, now that's fine. Now let's go back to this secure device, basically our secure gateway app. So you already saw how to register. So once you register your device, you can see your device in the devices tab, which is SID, whatever I have shown you over there, right? Now in the configuration tab, now if you see in your mobile device, right, so there is a, under the dashboard, so there is a string called clarity, exalt, easiness over here, right? So you can edit that name from here. If you want to change the secure gateway ID, you can edit that name over here. Now these settings like in-app device registration with MDM, so basically you need to create that instance ID and then you can configure it over there, upload that file over there. Even if you want to have your own Spacebridge environment, right, so you need to generate this instant ID file as well and make changes over there. So probably that I will park it for the next future video. And this is also good feature, like if you want to restrict the Splunk environment access only to this MDM devices, you can check it, this one over here. Okay, so that user with this MDM devices only you will be able to access and register to your Splunk instance over here. Okay, register your Splunk instance over here. So that's the only important stuff. Now in the app selection, so this is important. So currently if you see it, like I think I previously did it, that's why that's only the TMDB app coming up over here. If you have not selected any app, all these apps will be shown up over there in your mobile devices. Okay, but if you select a particular app, so only that particular app related dashboards will be shown up over there. So as currently I think TMDB is set it up, so if I just go this dashboard over here, because in the TMDB app we only have a single dashboard called this one over here, right? So if I just go to this dashboard over here from my mobile, so you will be able to see the similar stuff, similar data, whatever it is showing up currently in my dashboard, so it will be shown up over there as well. And if you see it over here, like similar whatever you are seeing in this dashboard, so similar stuff is shown up over here as well. And I think you can make full screen individual panel as well over here, just like the Splunk dashboard studio work over there, right? So you can do this kind of stuff as well over there. Okay, now if I just clear this one and click on save, so basically what will happen is now it will show up for all the dashboards over here. It's like all the apps over here, if you see it. Okay, once I refresh it, it is basically showing up all the dashboard for all the different apps available in my system. So this is how you can restrict as well at the app level. Okay, all this stuff over here, and how your secure gateway works in your system, like the status and health of it, you can check from this dashboard, like the secure gateway dashboard over here. Okay, so KV store status, everything, license status, everything you can do. So ideally this should show me connected over here, and there are a couple of troubleshooting dashboard as well. okay, so that you can go through as well. Okay, so if you want to register more than one devices, so basically using this activation code, so every time you have to come back to this registration page and do that registration accordingly, whatever we have seen it over there. Okay, so this is the way Splunk Secure Gateway app works over here. So hopefully you got a very brief and basic idea about this app. So there are a lot of ways you can connect to and register your devices as well. Even I think you can use proxy as well for the outbound connection. So every details is present in this documentation. Probably I will give this link over here in my video description as well, so that whatever according to your need, you can check the document there as well. Okay, so hopefully this video was helpful. See you in the next video.